Welcome to the Amazon's podcast. I'm Glenn Young, owner of Amazon's Fitness Magazine. Celebrate the female physique. Subscribe to AmazonsFitMag.com. The podcast is brought to you by GPS Photography and Video. Why photography and video? Because of a photo's worth 1,000 words, video's worth 1,000,000. GPSPhotoandVideo.com. My guest this morning, all the way from Dallas, Texas, in new IFBB Figure Pro, Shakelle O'Neal. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it's
Good
morning for
morning.
me. So, yeah.
Good early morning for me.
Yeah. So, congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
And the name Shakelle O'Neal. So, how did that come about? Did your parents name you after the great basketball player, or that was just
So it's actually Shakelle, like
Shakelle?
Michelle,
Okay.
Shakelle. But it's when you look at it initially, you think Shakelle, because obviously my last name is O'Neal. But ironically, he's only a year and a half older than me, if that.
Right.
So my parents didn't name me after him. They came up some concoction that my mom wanted this name, my dad wanted this name, and they came up with Shakelle. So just ironic to have a name very similar to a very, famous basketball player that does really good in the community and stuff. It's well known. So
Yeah, I would use it as a brand and marketing. Hey.
Oh, I got some people helping me on that.
Nothing to do with the other, but I'm like, hey, if it works, go with it.
Oh yeah. Now that I'm a pro, maybe he'll, have some attention. I met him once though.
Okay.
Took a picture with him once.
Where'd you meet him at?
2010 or 11 All-Star Weekend here in Dallas.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and he was walking out, and we were waiting for our car, and they were like, "Show him your ID, show him your ID." So I showed him my ID. He was like, "Shut up!" And I was like, "It's my birthday. Can I take a picture?" And he's like, "It's my birthday too. Last week or next week."
Wow.
We took a picture together. Yep.
That is great.
Yeah.
So you're there in Dallas, but we talked about earlier, you're not a Dallas Cowboys fan. That's good because I don't like them either. But
yeah, I'm sorry. Not sorry, but not sorry. Nope, not a Dallas Cowboy fan at all.
So you just a week removed from Nationals in Texas. You became an IFBB pro. Talk to me about your feelings, what you're going through, and tell me about your journey.
I'm still absorbing it all in. Like I said, it's just been a week, and I don't think it really hit me until a couple of days ago when I was posing after my workout. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I can actually do a little routine before I walk to the center, and I don't have to just do this. I'm a real pro now. So it's just been a whirlwind of excitement, and my coworkers, friends, new followers, people were talking into me before turning pro, saying you look like a pro, you're going to be a pro. And I believe that I, had the physique or look to be a pro. So I just very, very grateful that, this year before I finished my 50th year off, because I always told myself I was going to be a pro before I turned 50, but that didn't happen. So I said, when I turned 50 this year, I said, I'm gonna get that pro card this year before I turned 51. And so we worked super duper hard, starting all year, but September we put the gas on and just was moving. So, but hopefully, so I think I did Texas State first this year. I was supposed to do a show in June. I can't remember what it was, but I was supposed to do a show in June, July. It didn't work out. We pulled out, and then I did Texas State, and then I didn't do as well as I wanted. And my coach was like, Ashley Strong, she was like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Man, shoot, I ain't already paid this NPC card membership. We're not going to pull out. We got 2 more shows. Let's do this." So she's like, "All right, we got 4 weeks." I'm like, as much as I didn't want to do Dallas because it's a hard show, we went ahead and did the battle and got first and overall, which I was super excited about because last year I did the battle, I got 6th. So in open, I got first in Masters,
Big improvement.
And I won first in Masters then. And so she's like, "All right, well, we got that wrapped up. Let's go on and move to Nationals." And I was really shocked that I won overall in the battle. I really was. I was totally like, what? But thank God for that, because that paid for me to go to Nationals. And Nationals, I was nervous backstage. I'm not going to lie. The girls were impressive. And I was like, oh gosh. And it was a lot of us. And my nerves were bad. And, I just kind of paced back and forth, just trying to zone out and, have my scripture out and just kind of praying to myself and just, pumping myself up. And when I get on that stage, it's showtime. I just kind of click like, all right, let's go. And just put on a show for them, do the best you can. I remember what my coach was telling me. Rhea was helping me with, polishing up my routine a little bit. So I remember what she was telling me. And I just went out there and just did my thing. And,
showed them. Rhea, the Miss Olympia figure.
Yes, Rhea. Miss Olympia figure. She's amazing. So she kind of helped polish up some of my, moves and stuff like that. And we just went out there and just had that rolling in my head and just put on the show for them. So it was amazing. Great experience.
And of course, you already mentioned your coach is number 2 in the world, Miss Ashley Jones. How did that relationship start? How did she find you, or how did you find her?
I found her. I was a girl fan for maybe a year or two before when she had a picture. I think she was I don't know what gym she was at, but she wasn't here yet. But I think she was doing physique, women's physique at the time. And she has this one picture and she's on a page where she's standing up on her tiptoes. She's up like this. I'm like, this woman is amazing. Who is this girl?
She is.
So then my teammate was using her for posing. And then I ran into her for the first time at the NPC Dallas. I had a workshop. And so, of course, she was there to support, her team and then my teammate. So I met her for the first time there. And then I was praying at that time. I needed as a coach to kind of help me. This whole menopause thing kicked in. And I'm like, okay, we got to find someone that can help me transform, because that wasn't helping. It wasn't allowing me to really, transform my body like I wanted to that year.
Right.
And I saw what she did with another good friend of mine, Amanda Griffin. She's a pro now. She turned pro last year, I think it was last year before last. But she transformed her like in 6 months. I saw what she looked like in December at the workshop. And then she did a show later on that year. And I'm like, what kind of witchery is going on here? What is this? And so I'm like, oh yeah, that July, I talked to my old coach. I said, this is where I'm going to go. This is what I'm going to do. I did it the right way. Is it okay? And I talked to Ashley. And she started working me on posing first. And then we developed a relationship, a professional relationship right after that. And I mean, within 2 months, maybe a month and a half, my body started changing. And people are like, you pro? Are you a pro? Like, no. You compete, don't you? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you can tell. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can tell. That's
the ultimate compliment, too. That's when you say, are you a pro? Do you compete? So it's validation. That you are where you are, and that's great, because people see you out there. I hope that all of your interactions have been positive. That people have seen you. They see a women that lift, and it's like, they can go left or right.
Yeah, even at work. I mean, I'm in scrubs, and they're like, "You a bodybuilder?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Now, what you mentioned scrubs? What do you do?
I work in orthopedics, so I manage an orthopedic clinic. But sometimes I help out the assistant, doing MA work, and my main job is managing the clinic. But I do just about everything there. So if I'm in patient interaction, I have scrubs on or whatever. Even if I wear regular clothes, they're like, "You're a bodybuilder?" I'm like, you can tell them by your arms. Man, those veins are popping out. So yeah, it's pretty awesome to see that people can see that in normal clothes.
Yeah, and sadly, orthopedics, that's broken bones, and Lord knows I have a lot of them.
Orthopedic joint replacement, all that stuff.
Yeah, well, so what you do is very critical and important. And,
love it.
So good on you.
Love it.
What happened with your previous coach? Was it just a parting of the ways? You just felt that you needed to get to another level?
Yeah, I believe, like I said, when I hit that 49, 48 marker, no matter what we were doing, my body wasn't changing like it should have. I didn't have a good run, and I had a decent run in 2023. I did go to North Americans, and I did do Texas State for not Texas State, Texas Classic, and then I did North Americans. Didn't do good in it. I think I got first and second in Masters. But once I came off that cycle and was getting ready for the next time around, my body just wasn't changing, and I was felt like I was starving myself, and no matter what we were doing, it was very complacent. But I knew that once I got checked, that my hormones were crazy off, but due to me hitting perimenopause. And so I'm like working with my OB doctor, and I'm like, look, we got to do something. So she's like, we got to change this. Let's talk to your coach. And so I needed to find someone that can understand the women physique more, because I had a guy coach.
Right.
And so me talking to Ashley, talking about that, she was very detailed in understanding it. And so that was one of the main factors why I changed. I needed someone that was a little bit more, in my case, experienced, but as a woman, to understand what we were going through.
True.
So, yeah. And she's very, very, she took that blood work, she read it, and then she explained what we needed and why we needed and why my levels were where they were. It wasn't just, let me just look at it. Okay, let me explain to you why this is going on. And we were able to, it took a little while to get them together, because as I got older, they kept changing. But that was my determining factor. My last coach was fine. I mean, he was good. He was good at what he did. In that season, he helped me get to where I needed to be. It was more hands-on, one-on-one, which I liked, as far as pushing me. And then I had to train on my own on other days. But when we were in those days, he really morphed my body, because I needed someone that was hands-on. So, but then once my body didn't change, like I said, I needed somebody that could understand that a little bit better.
No question.
No bad blood. Never burn bridges.
And that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But a lot of times that can be very tumultuous, and it may not end well.
The community is way too small.
Exactly. You got to get me to the next. You got to get me to the next level. And you're right. Yeah, your whole industry is so small, especially with women competing in. You know, you know I know this person, I know that exactly. All about a business decision, and you couldn't pick the better choice. And Ashley Jones, because at the time when you talk about her and you had met her and you found out what she was still in women's physique. And now she's number 2 in the world in bodybuilding. Yeah. And then the fact that she's there in Texas, so that's convenient as well. So this stuff.
That was crazy. The year that she moved down here, she was still in Texas, but she was still in another city.
Right.
And then I want to say 3 months into us partnering up, she moved to Dallas, and I'm like, what? That's even better. So you right here. What's up? Let's do this. Let's go work out together. But now her being here, the crazy part, she writes the nutrition, she writes the plan. Me being a trainer too by trade, I mean, I've been training for 20, 30 years or whatever. Right. I know what to do. So I'll push myself. It's good to have a partner or someone to push me with. But, our check-ins were always on point. She watched our videos, but we never worked out together. So this was all her mapping things out and me following the plan to morph my body, which was even more amazing.
And you're the second competitor that I've talked to that she coaches here in the last month. So this is great. And so
really?
When I saw you, I was like, okay, I'm going to reach out to her and see if she wants to come on, because not everybody can be number 2 in the world and still be an effective coach.
Exactly.
Mentor and posing coach, and she's doing it. And so that's just another part of her repertoire. That's great.
And her team is growing, and she's still able to manage that, and that's one thing I like about her. She will communicate with us when it's time for her to zone out and do what she has to do. She'll let us know and communicate like, hey, I need this time. Y'all know what to do. I'll tune back in, except for those that are getting ready for a show too. Then she'll, micromanage a little bit. But other than that, she knows how to manage it all both, Yeah. So it's been a great. She stuck with me. I told her she stuck with me until she divorces me. She's gonna divorce me.
That's good. Yeah, that's great. I doubt she will.
Yes.
That's not her. Well, I gotta ask, why figure, and were you always figure? Because I love figure. Don't get me wrong, Sid Gillian, the whole deal, Ray, as you said. But I'm sort of partial to women's physique and women's bodybuilding. The now 7 women's divisions. So why figure?
So funny story. When figure back in the day is nothing like the figure it is now. Okay. I competed in 2004 up to 2010. that's when we had 2 swimsuits back then,
Mm.
the full and the bikini. And so it's the shape and everything has morphed big time since then. But I really didn't get heavy into understanding and appreciating it until like 2018, 19, when I just decided to jump back into the industry.
Right.
But at that time I was like 210, 207. And I was like, I can't, anybody finna hire no fat trainer. You need to get together. So, school and life was life and work. And so when I was getting back in shape, my body was kind of figure wellness. And so more glutes and bigger legs, but I still had the small waist and the V taper, my back. And so I love working out everything, but my back was always my best feature. Right. And so we tried wellness when I first came back. I could have did wellness, but they're like, but your back though, you'd have to stop working out on back.
Like, you stop trying to lift and get it down. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that. So the idea was, get my shoulders broader, still work on bringing my glutes down. And that was my biggest thing, bringing my glutes down. But then figure to me is so beautiful. It's like the perfect symmetry with heels. It's like you got a little mix of women's physique, a little bit bikini, because you got to have that X frame, but the poise and sexiness in the heels that you present and symmetry is what I love. Now, don't get me wrong. I love muscles. I love women with muscles. I don't think I could do women's bodybuilding, but at one time I did consider physique. Yeah. But I can't.
I can see that. I actually thought that's where you have been. Yeah.
I could get there, but I can't do that routine stuff. I don't want my toes out, and I don't. And I practice some
wear heels though.
I know, but I love heels.
Okay.
I'm a girly girl with the muscles. But if I did one day in the future, which I'm not claiming that, decide let's try physique.
Yeah.
I don't know if I wouldn't want to get that because those girls are big.
Yeah.
In the pro level now, I'm a little fish in a new pond now. Yeah. And I don't know if I really want to get that big. I want to kind of stay this statuish frame and I keep my heels on. But I love women's physique. I love the poses. I love the music aspect behind it, but I don't think I'd be able to do those routines. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But not with these bad knees. I get down there, I want to get back up. So.
If someone is now pro in the figure division, is all about the X frame. How critical is that?
Well, one thing that they were telling me, now that we have this standard, right? That they're looking for, the X frame. I naturally feel like I have it. So just trying to keep that lower body conditioned for me. Right. My upper body naturally grows. I don't know what it is. I've have lats, the traps, probably from my old coach training me before, and it's kind of just stuck with me. But me being an ex-track athlete and volleyball jumper, I have the glutes and the legs. So just trying to get that condition down is going to be the X factor for me. I won't be that Rhea skinny, slender. I feel like I'll be more of like a shorter, boxy X frame. I still think we'll have it. So we're going to work on getting my wheels a little bit more conditioned, get my glutes tighter, and matching my upper body, which is already there. But I think I would be to me, my other girl crush is Tessa. And Tessa, can you say her name so with M? She has amazing physique. She's kind of short, but she has amazing physique to me. She has more of a, not a lean, long body like Rhea tall, but she's kind of short. And she has more of a boxier X frame, if that makes any sense. So
yeah, it does.
She did very well. Her pro debut, her 1 year round, she jumped right back in and she did very good. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's another crush that I have in the figure industry. But I guess I stopped doing that. But anyways, yeah, she has a great physique that I like.
Good knows good, and you got to admire the physique. That's the whole purpose of Amazon. Celebrate the female physique.
Yeah. A lot of them out there.
Yeah, you guys are amazing. Even with the 7 divisions now, and with Fit Model coming, I mean, that's the whole thing behind it. Yeah, I saw your post in reference 1 week post show, post pro, right?
Yeah,
and you were talking about the refeed. How is that going?
So this has been the hardest for me this time around. I don't know if it's mental, just because we prep pretty much all year for me, because I was supposed to do a show in June, My birthday was in February. I had one cheat meal in February, and then boom, we hit it. When June came around and we didn't do the show, it was like you get a little bit of reprieve, but then boom, we're hitting it again. So I've pretty much been dieting the whole year. I just retain a lot of water because I'm on my feet a lot. I guess maybe because I'm older. I don't know. So my body just tends to hold more water. But the hardest part has been just not wanting to just let go. You know, I want all my things I've been deprived of this whole year and just just monitoring it out. So me and Ashley talked. She's like, we want to try to stay within that 10 to 15 pound range for this first month and just pace yourself. So mentally, in my, have my donuts. I had my son brought donuts for me for my dinner. I had my little shrimp that I wanted, my coconut shrimp as my one of my meals, and I had my Mexican the night of my breakfast.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, you've had these little things. Now you got to get back on it and focus in because I can feel my body acting like, what in the heck are you doing? All this water, all this sodium, all this. So just really toning in. Like Ashley told me, she's like, I need you to tone back in, lock back in, and just follow the plan, the refeed. The not the refeed plan, but how you go back into your process and just follow the plan as much as you can, 100%. If you can do that, 95%, and then that way you don't put on all that weight so fast, and then it's harder to get to where we need to be at. And that's always been like the struggle for me in the past, but I have to change that mentality now. Like, look, you're pro. You gotta walk like pro. You gotta act like pro. People looking at you, and we don't want to. We don't. Let's follow how they do. Now you're in that world. And
when you quick, they be like, "That's a pro." Like,
right.
She's a pro. So yeah.
I asked Ashley how she does it. How do you maintain?
Oh, no question. Yeah.
And I'm picking their brains so that way I can, figure out how I don't have to repeat my mistakes from last time, but how can I maintain something in the range that we need to be in this first month until it's time to, turn on the burners and grow.
And like I said, once you get it on, it's harder to get it off.
Ooh, Lord. Especially the older you get.
Yeah, no question. And you had to have a longer prep. Whether it was age or whatnot, you've been in prep for nearly a year, correct?
It was pretty much a year. Yeah. We started in March.
Yeah.
We started in March.
How hard was that? Now looking back, from March all the way to December in Texas.
Man,
what were some of the pitfalls? Talk to me about the struggles that you
had. The struggles. I work in the orthopedic industry. I work in a clinic with doctors. You know what? People like to bring food. You got your reps bringing food. You got now it's even worse. These people bringing chocolate chip oatmeal cookies. Y'all ain't bought this all year round, and now y'all want to bring it after my show. Knowing that's my favorite cookie, and I'm like, oh my God, please somebody take this away. So the struggles that was one of the struggles, like having to bring my food all the time with me. I even got to the point where I would bring my groceries and leave it at work for the week, have my scale at work. And I love Starbucks, so I had to cut that out because that was a $20 a day habit.
Yeah.
And I would go to work early just to cook my meals and my breakfast so I can have it at work. I had a little skillet thing, electric skillet you plug in, make my eggs and spinach at work. Yeah, make that at work. So I had no excuse. So my coworkers would be like, "Is this your meat? This your asparagus in it?" Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I had groceries at work and I had groceries at home. So if I had my meals and something ran, I would always have it. So that was a big struggle, not getting to eat the good food that the reps brought. Some doctors would buy us lunch. I couldn't eat that. Yeah. Making sacrifices, going out with my friends, going on girls trips, not being able to do that. Have your little wine, your margaritas, not be able to do that. So really towards the end, it was more like isolation. I always brought my meals with me no matter where I went. But then what if you didn't have enough money? Then, I try to nitpick here and, substitute that. If I ran out of food, I think one time I dropped my food in the driveway when I was trying to get out the car and eating. And I was so pissed off. And I was like, okay, now what I do? So I had to go try to think of a place I can go get, some chicken or some asparagus and try to eat that. So this year, because the prep was so long, I really wanted a meal, I'm like, okay, Ashley, since we're not doing this show in June, can I get what can I get? And she's like, You might can have a burger with no cheese and a little bit of fries. I don't want it. I don't want it. So
really, you didn't take it?
No, I
Man,
didn't. I said I'd rather see
me.
make me a turkey burger with some lettuce and some sweet potatoes or something like that. I'll substitute that instead. But I missed Thanksgiving this year again.
Yeah, I know that was tough.
Thanksgiving this year.
That's such a family event. So yeah.
And it was our family reunion.
Oh wow.
Yeah, my son ended up getting sick. Then I ended up getting sick. But it was a week before the battle. So last year I did the same thing. I just stayed at home. Yeah. I wanted to be around family, but just trying to explain to them my whys. Why are you eating this? Why are you eating? Come on, eat this. I didn't even want that temptation. So I think God got me sick on purpose. But I ended up getting food poisoning that week of peak week of the battle. I ate some shrimp and it must have been bad. And I'm freaking out calling Ashley. Do I need to go to the hospital? I can't hold no food down, no ways. And she's like, just let it get out your system. Let it get you that best. Just started now. Then the day before the show, and that was the worst feeling ever. I never felt that sick before, and it was a very challenging year, emotionally, spiritually, relationship. I had to break off relationships, because I'm like, hey, look, stress levels make my cortisol levels go up, make me hold water. So I had to break off, relationships just so that I can be like, I need to focus on me. I can't have any outside. I have a goal in mind, and people didn't understand that, like it's not that serious. I'm like, but it is this serious to me. So if I can take out all distractions right now, that's what I'm going to do. Got off social media, the week before the show because I didn't want any distractions. I'm like, I'm asking pros what do they do to how they zone in to get, because I'm trying to get to that level. So maybe if I practice some of those things, it'll help me. And I think it did. I think it pulled me out of, having those distractions and seeing what else is going on. I did other stuff in my free time. So,
no question. Talk to me about
all worth it.
Yeah, because you see the end result, and hopefully it's going to be easier next time because now it's a habit, So now you make sure it's a habit. So
definitely.
Talk to me about your personal life. How did your family take it? We talked a little bit about Thanksgiving, but I mean, in relationships and everything, how hard was that?
DMs were dry. If I did have inquiries that people wanted to take me out, I'm like, look, I might be a cheap date, but I don't eat nothing. But I just didn't want to.
That's the whole point about fitness, right?
I'm
best day would be, bring your meal, and bring one for me too. I can support you. There you go.
There you go. And my fans know. I will bring my plate to the restaurant and pull it out out my little baggie and put it on a plate. Just bring me some water, thank you. But that was a struggle. But I think sometimes in that loneliness, you find yourself, you come more closer to God, and you kind of can focus on what you had to be doing. And that was a struggle for me, but I felt at peace with it because I wasn't obligated to do things, go places, and I could really tie in my schedule and stay on track with my schedule. Get up in the morning, 3:00 in the morning, get your cardio done, be at work at 4:30, then get to your other job at 8:00. I had that structure. And so it took losing something to get that structure going, but that was fine with me because I had a goal in mind, and the stress levels were down. As far as the family, my family was very supportive of it. My dad, I'm pretty sure he's smiling down biggest day for me in heaven because he knew I loved doing this. Because I always say, that's my baby girl right there. He posts that on my page all the time. So I know he's super duper proud of me for turning pro this year because it's been a long, long, long journey. But my mom and my brothers, my sisters, they know how important this is to me. They would always joke about me coming home because they knew I'm the one that was going to raid that refrigerator and be like, why do we need this? Why do we need this? Why do we need this? Do we have to have all this? Why can't we just have this? Why didn't you have all these carbs? And explain to them. So, but when I would go home to Houston, I'd be like, can we make a grocery run? I need to go pick up my asparagus, my spinach, my chickens and have with me, or have a big old bag with groceries in it. And be like, what is that? I'm like, this is my grocery suitcase. It has all my groceries in it so I can eat while I'm on the road. So, but the family reunion we had this year, like I said, I didn't get a chance to make it, but I just didn't really want. I hate that I missed my family, communing with them. But I'm glad I did, because I just didn't want to be around the temptation of the food. Not saying I couldn't hold it, but then you have all the constant questions of why you're not eating, or you look too small, or, you need to put on some weight. And I mean, if I got to explain to people what I'm trying to do, that's taxing and stressing right there.
Right. They never seen one in a peak week, and you're right.
Right.
It's not just the food, because it's family, and family sometimes can be very hurtful.
Very hurtful. I think even in my growing phase, when I was, putting on weight, I remember my uncle be like, "You getting a little big, ain't you? What you got going on? You looking kind of big." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, we're in the growing phase, getting ready for a show, so we're kind of putting on some weight and stuff like that." And like, but you ain't eating none of our food. And I'm like, "Well, I can eat a little bit of chicken, I can eat a little bit of this, but I got the rest of my food myself." So, they don't know no better. But when the results happen, they're like, "Oh my God, congratulations, daughter," or whatever. Now they see the hard work that was put in it, in the process. And I think with that too, a lot of people saying to me, inspiring, because they seen the transition. Like, I just saw you back, 5 months ago. You didn't look like this. I saw you 3 weeks ago. You look like, you were so small and tiny, this, that, and the other. So them seeing my journey with my discipline and my eating and my working out, then they saw, oh, okay. Oh, we know why you're going to the gym right after work. Didn't you just go to the gym this morning? Now you're at work. Like, they understand that now. So
they don't understand the lifestyle.
They don't understand the lifestyle, and that's okay. Guys that tried to talk to me, they didn't understand the lifestyle as far as like, why can't you go out? Why can't we hang out? Because I need to go to the gym. You always at the gym? Yeah, I got a show to get ready for. Yeah. And that's priority to me. So either you jump in and you understand that's priority to me and you support that, or, you're going to have to wait 6 weeks, 8 weeks to see me when I can have more freedom.
And you are single, but talk to me a little bit more about that as far as dating and being a competitive bodybuilder in women's fitness. Do you think you're drawn to someone else that competes, or just a regular guy? Because as you mentioned, they don't know, they don't understand it. People have never done it. They don't understand what you're going through. And like, as you said, hey, let's hang out. What do you mean you can't? And then it's the point of, hey, you're always in the gym. You're never available. Quite frankly, you can't make yourself available to everybody, number one.
Right.
But what do you look for in regards to that?
I have to say that has been one of the hardest things to, kind of the loneliness, wanting to go out, wanting to have fun, but understand, like I said, I had this mission, and the guys that have been attracted to me or try to talk to me, and I'm like, no, I got to go work out afterwards. I got to start early in the morning. I got to 3 o'clock. I got to be up at 3, do my cardio. I got to be at work at 4:30 to go to the class. Maybe we could do it on a weekend, but I got in between this schedule, I got body work here and I got to train in the morning and this, that, and the other. And then if I wasn't available on their time, it just, didn't work. I just don't think, even if they were in that industry, which I don't seem to attract guys that are in the industry. So that's fine. Have not had anyone really approach me that was in the industry for dating purposes. Just regular guys. I don't know if it's like, oh, let's just see what it's like being with someone that has muscles, but when they understand, like, I don't eat like you eat. I have to be in the gym 2-3 times a day on top of my work schedule, and my days don't finish till 10 o'clock at night. So I might not have time to hang out with you. You have to be on my schedule. And, it just didn't work out. They kind of like backed off or stopped talking, like, oh, okay, you don't have no time for me. You make time for what you want to make time for. I'm like, yeah, I want to make time to get in the pro card. So
there you go. And they either understand it or they don't. But don't take it personal. I mean, but
and then maybe if you can do what you want to do, and then you come back around in 4 or 6 weeks, and once I turn pro and you want to try to holler in, then hey, then I might have a little bit more time. But at that point, I'm probably not interested. So, but I tend to like regular guys. Really, I tend to like bigger guys.
Really? Okay. Let's go there. What?
Cornbread fed.
You open up the box.
I know.
Let's go there. So what? First of all, tell me, what is a regular guy, and what do you mean by the term you like a big guy?
So, okay, a regular guy is like, you can work out. You don't necessarily have to work out on my level.
Right.
Okay, because I don't want to compete with you. You know what I'm saying? I've had that in the past. So I've tried to work out guys that work out, and it's like I have a coach. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you might be there to push me, but I don't want you to try to take over. And you're not my coach. You can
they
help
don't
push
want you
me.
to outdo them, though. Yeah.
You know, why you got to lift those so much weight? What do you mean? Why I got to lift this much weight? That's what I do. Why don't you just spot me? You know, so
right.
I have not had the best success dating people, or when I did date people or meet people that were in that industry. But I just look, if you want to go work out, that's fine. Go work out. If you want to work out me, you might want to go on your separate schedule, because I got a schedule. Right. You can meet me up there and you can leave or whatever. But I have just been attracted to big guys, taller than me, big guys. I'm 5'3". I want you
okay. So taller, not 5'8", 350 pounds.
Well, not 350, but I'll take a good 2-something. You know, I don't mind a teddy bear.
Okay, all right.
Dude, you know,
is height more important?
Not just. I just want you a little bit tall. I don't want you 5'3".
Okay.
You can be 5'8". You can be 5'10". You know, because if I'm wearing heels, we can be eye to eye. But I don't want you shorter than me. You know, and big.
But so you can 5'8", 250.
That's good. I'll take it. 5'10", 250.
There we go. We've already created a profile. So now everybody should start hitting you up.
I don't discriminate color, race. I don't discriminate.
Okay. Good to know.
You know, good to know. I like them cornbread fed. I like someone that can eat, because I like to eat.
Right.
So when it is time to eat, the girl can eat. I just gotta work out, because I'm a biscuit away. So I gotta make sure I exercise. Because look, I might eat small and prep, but like I told Ashley, I'm hungry. And people know when I'm hungry. That 2-hour mark comes, like, what we doing? So but that's always been my type, I guess. I mean, the guy I dated for a long time, he was maybe 220, 5'10", 220, 230, something like that, maybe 250. So
So but still an athletic build, or do you care?
I mean, athletic build would be good, but I don't mind if you have, a little belly,
that big.
I like teddy bears. I like teddy bears. So you can be a tall teddy bear, like, go like this. Grab your stomach, grab your girl. I don't know if that's appropriate or not, but if you got man boobs,
it's good. Hey, do you?
If you got man boobs, I don't have no problem with man boobs.
There you go.
We good with that. I just like big dudes. I don't want someone I can go like this with. I ain't no small chicken. Oh, I am small when I'm in prep, but my average is probably about 150, 160. At one point I was 2, but I want you to be able to handle me, in a sense that, and not feel like you're small next to me. So that's what I don't want.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'3" and 3/4. They call it 5'4".
Okay. Good stuff. Now, and getting back on the diet thing and the refeed, how strict has Ashley said, hey, be careful over the holidays? Because you always hear about, everybody gets that holiday 10, and it really starts from Halloween with all the candy.
Oh my gosh,
Thanksgiving, and then rolls right into Christmas. You think that's going to be a struggle? And I know Ashley said, hey, stay within these boundaries. What specifics are you looking at? Because, now you're a pro.
She said I can have 1 plate.
Okay.
On Christmas, which I'll probably bring my own meat, just because it's either gonna be fish or some type of fish, or shrimp or something like that. But I'm a sides girl, so I just need my whatever greens you got. I need those, whether it be cabbage or greens. I need my sweet potatoes.
Okay.
And I need my dressing. And that's it. That's every year. That's all I've had for my. That's when it comes to holidays. I don't really care too much about the ham, the turkey, and all that stuff. The desserts, if my mom makes her pound cake that she makes, which I'm hoping she does, that's all I want.
Dangerous. Yeah, that can be dangerous.
That's all I want. And she can just cut me a piece, and I'll just keep it and savor it. Right. But that's the only thing I really want. And now breakfast is a thing in our house, so that's the hard part.
You gotta be careful there too.
I gotta be careful with that. Yeah, I mean, I'll have my egg whites
That
and
bacon and
the bacon. Yeah, so she said one plate. So they know when I come home, I'm gonna find a gym.
So
And
when
so
you
my
get
mom,
this one plate, is this a plate you're gonna measure, or because I mean, one
she didn't
plate.
say I had to measure.
Well, there is a diameter in the plate, so don't end up with a platter.
Now I won't end up with a platter. I don't think my body can. One, I don't want to be sick,
Yeah.
so I'll do a serving size per food.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got
just a
you.
serving size per
And
food.
then find you a gym.
They know I'm gonna
Going
find a gym.
going into next year, what are you looking at? What are your goals? When are you looking at going into prep, or are you just going to take some time off before you make that pro debut? The schedule is
Um,
out.
oh, it
Um,
is. Okay, great.
yep. Go to the IFBB Pro website. Figure has a lot of shows.
Right, that's awesome.
Women's bodybuilding, wish they had more. I think,
Hopefully that'll pick up this year. I see a lot of
yeah,
women slowly trickling. I think we had 2 girls on added to our team. If I'm not mistaken, they're the women's bodybuilding.
right.
So hopefully
Okay.
that grows more. Yeah.
So what are you thinking?
Well, now the schedule's out. I'm gonna be looking at the schedule this weekend.
Well, then there's the Texas Pro.
Huh?
There's the Texas Pro.
Man, that means I'll have to start prep now. We'll
Later
see.
in the year.
Huh?
Well, yeah, well, it's a little bit later in the year, but yeah, you're gonna have to start.
March.
Well, the season is, it is now. You got the Triple O Dynasty. I think that's 4 April. So I mean, pick your poison because it's here now.
Yeah,
Uh,
it is here. I
so
asked Ashley yesterday. She said when she gets back in town, we'll powwow.
right,
She's got to
right,
get ready for the year.
right,
But I'm ready to go. I
right,
want to enjoy a little bit of this time. But if we can figure out a game plan, like I said, I would love to do an open show, and I would love to do a master show this year, if that's possible. If she thinks
right.
that it can be done, which the feedback from the
I think so.
judges were, we
Yeah, I
love
was
your
going to ask
physique.
you. What did they say?
Sandy, I talked to Sandy. She said, "Love your physique. You have the shape that we want."
Right.
Just because I had lost so much weight, my glutes were, you get that loose skin. She just said, "Fill in your glutes." I'm like, "Honey, that's not a problem because that's always where it goes first."
Right.
So now the plan was just hit those legs, hit those glutes more now, so that way when the weight does come down, it's more muscle there. Because this is the first year that we actually hit glutes like super hard. Because I never really did it the years before because my glutes would get so big. But Ashley was like, now we see what the problem is. We need to hit those more, hit the hamstrings and glutes more throughout the year. So that when you do lose the weight, that skin is going to be tight. So, and it's conditioning. So that's upper body. They're like, you ain't got to touch too much of that because we don't want you crossing over, getting too big, but you got the right size for the upper body. So keep your core tight, but really just feeling your glutes. So right now I'm still on the same workout plan. I'm trying to get my strength back up. That kind of dropped some for being, in these last 4 weeks of being, maintenance stage. But yeah, we'll stick with the same plan until she comes back, and then hopefully we can get to the drawing board and figure out what my workout's going to be so I can jump on it and get back in it. So, but I have to look at the schedule and see. Texas Pro is definitely one I would love to do back home.
Yeah, always like a home game.
Always like a home game, especially as my pro show debut. Like I said, Tampa's a really good one. I did that show before. I have to look at Andrea, I saw the triple dynasty, so I need to see when that is, because if that's the case, then, I want to try something home first, or close in Texas first, financially,
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then, and just see how well I do, and this, like I said, I'm a baby in this industry.
Yes, you are.
So I just put my work in and earn my keep, get my, and do the best I can. I'm not going to sit. I don't want to sit out for a year if I don't have to.
Right. Okay. Good. Yeah, just take it slow and easy, and you're at the next level. There's no longer high school. You're now in college, right?
I mean, college,
now you're in the NFL. So let's go.
Yeah. And I'm ready. I mean, being 50, I still feel young. So I think I'll be, my ultimate goal now. I write my goals down.
Yes.
Obviously, do well my pro debut as much as I can. Just get on the stage and feel where I'm at, and then next goal be obviously top 5 or win a pro show, whether it be Masters or Open. Right. And then I would love to be on either Olympia stage. Just get there.
Right.
So I have the next title as an Olympian.
Yep.
Just get there. We cross the bridge and win anything, but let's just get to Olympia. That's the main big goal now. Olympia or Master Olympia. Just get there.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
My stream on my end is froze. You
Oh,
still
okay.
look good. Well, I'm gonna close. I want you to close it out. Talk to me about how important, and you missed it throughout your faith, prayer, manifesting, writing your goals. Talk to me about faith and fitness and how important that is to you.
Man, this last 4 months in September, I really kind of just asked God to answer my prayers, and as far as achieving my ultimate goal. And his word to me was, you have to give me everything. And I'm like, oh Lord, I don't know about that. He's like, no, you have to trust me on my end. You have to trust me. So I'm like, okay, I'm tired of this, tired of that, or whatever. I'm gonna give everything over to you. And he's like, I got you. And when I tell you the blessings start rolling in, finances, when I didn't think if things were going to work out, I'm like, Lord, what am I supposed to do? He's like, quit worrying about it. Be good. Money will come in, pay for this. Money come in, pay for that. My suit was gifted to me by Kitty Bikinis. She's like, that's yours. I knew you wanted it the time you saw it. She's like, that's yours. You're going to win in that suit. I'm like, I'm going to win in this suit for you. So that was blessings, just meeting people that were sponsoring me for things that I needed for the show. That was a blessing financially. So he really, me trusting him and not say with stress, because we're going to stress, right? But me taking and be like, hey, ain't nothing I can do about it. Okay, God, you got it. Let's go about my day. Go about my day. And he just started opening up doors, and it was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, you showing out for real. So I remember the battle, getting ready for the battle. Nerves are super bad. Texas State, I was like, all right, I should have did better. What do we need to do? I said, let's get back to the drawing board. These 4 weeks, let's do what we need to do. And I was really worried about not reaching that goal. And I'm like, Lord, how am I going to pay for this? I mean, we rolled into December. We got rent due. I'm not working as many hours because, I had to take off time, and things just start opening up. And then I'm like, I was discouraged from Texas State. He's like, don't worry about that. I got you. Things start opening up for battle. Me working with the team at Battle backstage a lot, Tasha and Sheila and all them. I've worked with them for a long time in the Battle Up Productions. And so them just welcoming me and just making sure, keeping me calm while I'm backstage. My tan was sponsored. I already had my suits. I had Rhea helping me backstage, with my posing. And then it was just so peaceful. I had my little lawn chair. I was laid back, doing my thing. Saying my prayers, I took off social media. So I started doing journaling and my daily devotions and coloring to take my mind off of doing other things. And it was just the smoothest process. And he just took it. And I'm like, now I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do about next week? He's like, worry about today.
Right.
We'll worry about nationals later. I'm like, but I'm going to have to have the money. I'm going to have the money. I got to do this, this, and this. He's like, worry about today. And then next thing you know, boom, won overall. I ain't had to worry about it. I'm like, take it day by day. So he just really showed me that he had my back. And if I just trusted him and really took my worries and gave it to him, he was going to handle it. As long as I stayed obedient, doing what I was supposed to be doing. And so that meant spending more time with him. Hence why I took away the outside distractions and like, okay, let me learn a little bit more about you so you can help me in my life. Give you praise because this happened all because of you. Nothing I did. But just having my mental strength, my physical strength, having my coach, having the sponsorships, that was all orchestrated by you. And so I'm so, so grateful that God blessed me to carry me through these last 4 months and really give him the glory that people can see him through me, that I did none of this by myself. He orchestrated all this, and I think that just helped me understand him better and improve our relationship. So moving forward, in the next year, that same thing can happen. It will happen. I'm going to practice those same habits as far as trusting that he's going to take those steps as long as I do what I'm supposed to do. And I want people to see that in me, that, hey, you don't worry, trust God. He's going to have your back. Just do what you're supposed to do and listen and not fight it. Sometimes he'll close those doors and we'll still try to go through those doors. And he'll tell me like, no, don't go that way. I'm opening the door for you this way. So you want to go back that way, and you're gonna go a long route, and you want to go this way. Now, it ain't been easy. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't easy because there were some things and I had to jump over, but he's like, just let me handle it, and he handled it. So I'm faith and fitness, they go hand in hand. If you want to be successful in it, put it that way, they go hand in hand, because this is not an easy sport, mentally, financially. And I've heard a lot of struggles and things like that. And I've struggled. I'm a single parent, I have 1-2 jobs or whatever to feed my habit is what I call it. But he has provided. And that has been the biggest thing, to provide so that way I can continue. And my health. I got bad knees, bad hips. And for me to bring the physique that I had at my age, I asked him to keep me safe, keep me, protected, so that way I can have a healthy prep, so that way I can have my best physique on stage, when it's time to present. So, yeah.
New IFBB Pro, Shakelle O'Neal. Thank you for the testimony.
Thank you. Welcome.
And thank you so much for coming on the Amazon's podcast.
Thank you for having me. I really am grateful, and I appreciate it a lot.
I appreciate you. Say hello to your coach for me.
And hey, Ashley.
We're gonna do this again soon.
Yes.
All right.
I love you, Ashley.
Bye now.
All right. Bye-bye.
So there you have it. New IFBB Figure Pro, Shakelle O'Neal on Amazon's podcast. Sorry that I froze up, but hey, that's okay. I hope that everyone is enjoying the holidays. But hey, go out on AmazonsFitMag.com and order your copy of the latest issue of Amazon's Fitness Magazine. Scan the code, click on issues, and order the copy of the magazine that you want, whether it's New Fitness Pro, Michelle Mensa, Jessica Reyes Padilla. Scroll through there and pick the one you want, especially with the holidays, so that you'll have the magazine that you want. And hey, when you see these competitors at the show, roll up with them to the magazine and get them to sign it for you. But the more you do, the more I can do. And of course, I love doing it. Continue to celebrate the female physique and subscribe to AmazonsFitMag.com.